You're listening to Forgotten or Forbidden. Read by Chess and LilaJean. Written by LilaJean.
Chapter 1 Elytra Trouble. Grian was just like any other hermit, if not more normal, with his stewed cherry sweater, which he always wore, messy blonde hair, and his short, whimsical demeanor. Anyone could easily overlook him. He didn't have a fancy mustache, a pair of rad dog ears, a sweet red bandana, a pair of anime eyes, a long, wise wizard beard, a half-creeper, half-robot body, or a head-to-toe high-tech armor that, funnily enough, was themed as a bee. No, he was short, smiling, and normal. But he would never let anyone overlook him. Everyone knew Grian's name, and always had one eye open for him. To the hermits, Grian was more than just normal. He was funny, kind-hearted, sometimes ridiculous, but wasn't everyone, trustworthy, silly, a prankster, and a friend. Bubbling over in excitement, people jumped up and down and waved as the little hermit passed. Grian was used to people acting like this, and he wouldn't have it any other way. He whistled a tune to himself as he traveled through the thick, humid forest, eventually making it through to a lake with jungle trees framing each side. He rubbed his sore back, heat dripping off his brow. Relief washed over him as he saw, stretching from one shore side to hang over the lake like a weird mutant bridge that stopped halfway through construction, the strange, multicolored building. It was less of a building, and more of a collection of elaborately decorated rooms shoved together. His head swam as he deciphered the many smells flooding his brain. Popcorn, mushrooms, onions, honey, hot cider, fire, lilies, maple, hot chocolate, pine, and beef? Grian blinked as he saw movement on the second floor. Was that a llama?
Hey, Grian!
Etho jumped down, stumbling into the pond, and swam to the shore, where the blonde hermit stood, frozen in amazement.
Do you like it? I added more to the top over there.
He shook the river off himself and pointed in the direction of his dazzling experiment of a base.
I really should change that, though. I don't think I like the dark oak wood panels with the bamboo. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. What do you think?
I think you should add stairs so you don't have to get wet every time someone visits, Grian chuckled. Etho crossed his arms, making a mock pouty face.
I do have stairs. They're on the other side.
Ah, I see a problem then. They both laughed, and Grian gave him a playful nudge. Then, getting their composure back, Etho placed a hand on the shorter shoulder.
So, what can I do for you? I saw you need my assistance.
Etho removed his hand from Grian's shoulder and indicated to the communicator that hung from a belt on his hip. Grian's face reddened as he meekly ruffled through his hair. You see, I did something stupid. Etho giggled to himself. The Brit standing in front of him had such a funny way of saying stupid.
Go on.
Me and Mumbo were going to meet up, but on the way to the shopping district, I kind of maybe didn't notice how low my elytra was, and it broke.
Oh, snappers. Did you die?
Grian shook his head. Luckily not, but I had like one heart and no food, and a lot of jungle to walk through to get to the shopping district. You were just the closest base I could get to, and even getting here was a struggle. The red-jumpered hermit gestured his hands dramatically.
Well, Grian, my friend, you're in luck. I have just the thing. Follow me.
Wordlessly, the ninja happily jumped into the water and swam to the other side. Grian snickered at his strange Canadian friend and followed. Sitting in Etho's base was like sitting in a tornado of interior design. Grian just soaked it all in, plopped in a warm wooden table in the corner. Flowers hung lazily from the ceiling, while water flowed through little running rivers. Bright and vibrant, hidden lights made the room even more dazzling and overwhelming. But Grian loved it. Etho busily bustled in and out, wearing an apron that had the words, "Cooking with Etho" in red upon it. He finally came over to Grian, holding something the architect had never seen before on a plate, and sat it in front of him. Grian looked at the smiling figure. Though he wore a ninja face mask, you could always tell his facial expression from how his eyes would crinkle. What is that?
E-vlog.
Etho raised his hands victoriously. You still haven't told me anything about it.
That's a secret.
Etho sat down, still smiling. Okay, Grian chuckled. Now I'm really scared. He looked down at what seemed to be a pastry with mushroom, beef, and honey in it, like a mutant cinnamon roll. Apparently, Everything Etho made was some kind of mutant. Grian thought as he gained the courage to lift the Ethglog to his mouth, but then... Beep! Both hermits looked down at their communicators. Mumbo Jumbo. Where are you, Grian? I've been waiting for ages.
You didn't tell him your Elytra broke?
Oh my, I literally forgot. Grian. Sorry, Mumbo, my Elytra broke. I'm now at Etho's base. I literally forgot to tell you. Sorry. Bdubs 100.
Wow, betrayal.
Mumbo Jumbo. Totally okay. Shall I meet you there? Etho.
I got new guinea pigs for my Ethlog. Smiley face.
Bdubs 100.
Ethlog, I'm coming too.
Mumbo Jumbo. You know what? I'm not even going to ask. Good times to scar.
What are you guys taking about?
Grian. Yes, I really should heal up before flying. Good times to scar.
Correction. Talking about.
Grian whispers to Mumbo Jumbo. Bring some food, though. Tango Tech.
Oh gosh, not Ethlog again.
Good times to scar.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm coming too.
Impulse SV was slain by false symmetry. Impulse SV. Ew! Dang it, false! Rendog. Get wrecked! Welsknight.
You were asking for it, man.
Reattaching the communicator to his side, Etho considered his friend.
Wait, where are you, Mumbo, up to?
We were going to do some trading. You know, Mumbo's farm is quite large, and I need some melons and other stuff for a build. Grian was thankful for the conversation that prolonged the consumption of the Ethglog, though he knew he couldn't tell Etho the truth about the meeting. He had become very good at convincingly lying through the years of many pranks, but something about the specific lie and the way Etho looked at him made him fidget in his seat.
I thought you had a melon farm.
Oh, dang, he forgot! He had even boasted about his new melon farm on the chat yesterday! His back started to hurt again as the sweat increased on his forehead. Think fast, Grian, think fast! Oh, yes, I do, but it's broken! Yeah, broken!
Okay, buddy. Totally believe you.
Etho smiled, content that there was a secret. He didn't care if he knew the secret. He just enjoyed knowing that there was a secret to know. It was funnier that way. Giving just enough hints, they know you know something, to watch people squirm wondering if you knew their secrets. And boy, was Grian squirming. The British hermit attempted a normal conversation. So, you have any new projects?
Oh, yes, another farm, and I was... Hey, Etho, you here?
Etho propped up, stiff in his seat, eyes wide.
Oh, forgot.
Left sitting in his discomfort, Grian watched as the Canadian ran to the front of the base, greeting a confused Xisuma.
I would knock, but there's no door. I usually blame Grian, but I assume that was a style choice? Hello, Xisuma. Yeah, it makes it easier to avoid door thieves.
He glanced behind himself, speaking through a hidden smirk. Door thieves? I have no idea what you're talking about! Xisuma, with Etho behind him, walked into the chaotic house, meeting Grian, who was over-dramatically shrugging his shoulders, looking as innocent as ever. That is to say, not innocent at all.
Grian, I didn't see you there. What has brought you into this house of madness?
He held up his communicator to the man who was decked out, no pun intended, in heavy high-tech warrior's armor that was coincidentally colored in black and yellow to look like a bee. It even had little wings on the back and little antenna on the helmet that never left his head. Didn't you see on your communicator? My Elytra broke on my way to meet Mumbo, so I popped in to heal up and chill while he is coming to meet me here. Xisuma made the face of a nosely sibling peeping into the other sibling's diary.
What are you and Mumbo up to?
Grian straightened his sweater, sweat soaking. The room was getting extremely hot now. Oh, we were going to meet to trade melons. Well, not trade melons. He will give me melons, of course, after I give him something, so not a neutral exchange of melons. I give him something else, cobble probably. Yay, Mumbo likes cobble. Xisuma glanced at Etho, who shrugged.
I don't know what those two are up to. Hide your doors.
Etho said with a humorous glint in his eye.
Would you like some Evlog?
He raised a hand toward the Ethglog, the oozing lump dripping on a plate. Xisuma's eyes met Grian's, whose were full of cautious fear.
Thank you. I'll pass on that one.
Your loss.
Placing his hands on his hips, the bee turned on his heels to face Etho.
Actually, I came here to talk to you. Do you have somewhere we could talk private? No offense.
Grian waved his hand at the mention. None taken. I understand some things are private matters.
Thanks, Grian. Do you have a place?
Follow me.
As Grian sat there, the strange concoction of smells coming from the east block wafting to him, the pair walked into the living room, or kind of like a living room, each room so eccentric it was hard to tell. Etho stopped and turned to face the bee-man, an anxious bubbling starting in his stomach. But this is probably nothing. Yeah.
Okay, Xisuma, what's up?
Xisuma rubbed where his forehead would have been if his helmet wasn't there.
I can drop the formalities, you can call me Max. To be honest, I owe you an apology. I kinda did something... stupid.
Etho laughed in his head. Apparently today was a day for that.
He's back.
Like a dog hearing someone calling dinner time, Etho perched up, frozen.
You mean... X?
The bee-man solemnly nodded.
You remember I'm an admin, right?
Never could forget. I could really use you to come to one of our meetings. Oh? Yes, Evil X is the topic of our discussion, and we could use your testimony. Would you be up to that? I'm happy to do anything that helps.
Etho's eyes crinkled. Greeting voices were heard in the room beyond.
We should go. Sounds like the cavalry has arrived.
Etho nodded and followed Xisuma out.